delivery fam. Good morning and welcome to another episode of BRAT of the Day. This morning we're going to be talking about Grubhub. Diner upset for wrong delivery address. But before we dive into anything, if you have not done so already, especially if you are brand new to the channel, I need you to do me a favor and hit subscribe, click the bell, and join the family, because nobody else will understand what you go through except another driver just like you. All right? And if you have any BRAT of the Day stories, any negative rating stories that you would like to share, does not matter what platform it is on, as long as it's a gig economy app. I had someone try to tell me about their bad day at their job. Which is cool. It's cool. But it gotta be an app, you know? We gotta talk about these apps. Alright? Any bad rating stories from any gig economy app, doesn't matter if it's a shopping app, it's a food delivery app, it's a package delivery app. If you feel the need to share, send it to bratoftheday@gmail.com. Alright? bratoftheday@gmail.com. And if you have not checked out any of my other channels, my recent video was a ride along. $23.54, order on arrival, unexpected additional tip. All right, feel free to go ahead and check that out. And this Friday, if you are into Uber Eats, you might not want to miss this episode coming up of the podcast. We're going to be talking about this: delivering with clearer expectations. No more tip estimates, just the real thing. This was shared by Harold. All right, he's a subscriber. And it's you don't want to miss it. Every Friday, we have the live podcast at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So don't miss it. All right. So with that said, we have a featured notes that I would love to share. All right. Featured notes that was shared by Miss Lori. Miss Lori, if you're watching on the replay, what's up? This one right here, I want y'all to see this. Okay. All right. This obviously came from Popeyes, right? A lot of people will not like taking a Popeyes order. But hand it to me. Do not eat my food. Please knock on door at arrival. How would you feel if you were to see this as a delivery driver with everything going on right now? But if you received that kind of note from a customer, what would you do? How would you feel? How would you respond to that? And I'm going to be sharing on Friday night's podcast. That's going to be a part of the conversation, because Miss Lori felt a certain type of way, and we need to have a conversation about that. Not saying whether she was right or whether she was wrong. It's just, we just need to have a conversation about that, because with these times, it's like, it just feels wrong to receive that, you know? But on the other end, is it really their fault? You know what I'm saying? Like, but with that being said, let's dive into the BRAT of the Day this morning. This BRAT of the Day comes from my own personal experience, okay? This is my BRAT of the Day. I have some more. Don't think that I'm not going to share your BRAT of the Day if you did send one in. I have some more, okay? But I feel like I need to share this one. Like the thumbnail says, as you can see, sorry, no, you took it to the wrong address. Go back and get my food. This one is mine, family. Okay. I get a Grubhub order. I go pick it up. After I pick it up, the order was ready. Now, that's something I'm not used to on Grubhub. Okay? The order was ready. As soon as I walked in, just... And there was a slight delay as well, because they only had like one person available to prepare the orders and everything, and they had a line of customers. So I kind of had to wait around for this order. And then the employee, they were like, oh, you here for Grubhub? Okay, go ahead, right there. That's your Grubhub right there. It did not have a name. It did not have anything on it, but they said, that's your Grubhub right there. And I said, okay. I took it, I put it in the bag. I was on my way to the delivery. I am a person. I double and triple and quadruple check the address that I'm about to leave it to because of the times that we're in. I don't want nobody, not one person, telling me or claiming that I delivered it to the wrong address. So I'll make sure I double, triple, quadruple, and however many times after that before I say I delivered that. And with Grubhub, you know, you have to slide the new sliding thing instead of just pushing the button that you arrived and all that extra stuff, whatever. For you to mark it as delivered, you have to slide that you delivered it. And then it says success. Now, here's the thing. I doubled and triple checked that address before I did all of that. And then it was marked as delivered. Even while walking back to my car, I look back and I'm like, that's the right one. Okay, that's the right one. I'm just paranoid like that. I guess want to make sure that I deliver it to the right person, right address. So I leave. I'm now on a DoorDash because I'm multi-apping. Y'all know my life. I'm multi-apping. I go ahead on my DoorDash. I'm picking up my DoorDash. This is about 10 minutes after I delivered that Grubhub. No, not 10 minutes. I'm sorry. About a few minutes after. Then I received this text message. You dropped off the food at the wrong house. Now, you see how they say hello? That's because they called me about 3 times. And the phone just kept going to voicemail. But I got the missed calls. Now, the reason why I followed up afterwards, why was it going straight to voicemail? It's because I had blocked that number. I had already blocked that number. All right. Now, this person, they texted me, but I don't know how they were still texting me if I had already blocked the number. Something's wrong somewhere. I'm just figuring this out right now. But anyway, they texted me and they told me, hello. Then I said, I delivered the food to the address in the app. Please contact Grubhub for any further assistance. Sorry, no. You took it to the wrong address. Go back and get my food. Now, I was typing angrily. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was responding, nope, you go and get your food. And blah, 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 blah. I mean, obviously, that's the wrong thing to do. Then I erased it. And then I'm like, no, you can't send that UDM because if you send that, that's like, gonna cause more problems. So then I called Driver Care, and when I called Driver Care, they told me, hey, this is a situation. As long as you delivered it to the address that's in the app, that is all that matters. Do not go back to that customer's location. In these situations, in these times that we're in, you just never know. If you are a driver that ever decides, hey, I feel bad, I want to go back and make this right, you got to be careful because you just don't know what it might be, what it might turn into. It might turn into some kind of confrontation. It might turn into some kind of setup. And I'm being real with you, okay? Don't just go back because you feel, oh man, you feel bad. As long as you delivered it to the right address, just move on, all right? So Driver Care told me, don't go back. Everything's good. As long as you delivered it to the right address, don't go back. And I'm like, it had to be the right address if I was able to mark it as arrived. I can't mark it as arrived unless it's the right address. You get that little notice that, oh, you're not there or whatever. All right. So anyway, a little while after that, about 15 minutes or so after I was delivering the DoorDash, I get a notice. Oh, I thought I had it here. I'm going to get it. Just give me a second. I thought I had this photo already set up in here. Here we go. I get this notice that the order was canceled. I'm like, how the order canceled? How is the order canceled? This should not be canceled. I delivered this. But I guess that was their way of rectifying the issue from the customer's end. When the customer called in and complained about me not delivering the food, right? They canceled the order, but I was still able to get my pay. Which was $9.50. As you can see, 2.96 miles. I'm good, but the order was canceled. How would you handle this situation if you were in my shoes, family? How would you? Would you text angrily like I was about to do? But I deleted it. What would you do? Put it in the chat. What's up? Wallace, the rideshare wizard, says, well, if you close by. Okay, yeah, if you're close by. Morning Glory says, sounds like they were looking for a free meal. Might have been. You got a point. Morning Glory. That is a good point. Now imagine if I had went back and I tried to rectify this whole issue and then the order gets canceled anyway. Frank 2.0 says, I would cap they blank and then eat the no, oh man. Mr. JB 73 says, forgotten food, drinks. I don't know. CPA hustles. Good morning. Michael Dyson says, a driver here in Michigan got shot in the leg delivering groceries and carjacked. It's rough out here, family. We gotta look out for ourselves. We gotta watch our backs. You just delivering, what you said, Michael Dyson? Just delivering groceries and got carjacked and shot in the leg. Mr. JB says, yeah, I would drop off to the address, call support, and keep it trucking. The old UDM would have went back. The old UDM? What you talking about? The old, what? I don't know what you're talking about. Roger C says, food always tastes better when it's free. What? Valestat says, the free meal backfired since you got paid anyways. Yeah. Mrs. Dawn 305 says, same way you did call, driver care. Got you. The same as you did. All right. DB says, as long as it doesn't affect your status on the app, you're good. The scams are real. I get 2 did not deliver orders per day. You get 2 per day? What the heck going on, man? I understand these scammers are out here. You know what I'm saying? But you get 2 per day, DB? 2 per day? 2? That's a lot. Jeez. Brian HD says, good. Well, hello. Hello to you, Brian HD. Morning Glory says, I'm looking into a body camera. Yeah. There's something about the body cam, though. I was recently contacted by another subscriber that was questioning with the laws and everything of body cams, and we got to protect ourselves in some kind of way and protect our livelihood in some kind of way. A driver recently received a notice from Grubhub saying that I believe it was posted on Reddit. I'm going to share it I'm going to find it and I'm going to share it on Friday night's podcast. But a driver recently received something, I believe, some kind of notice, their account being paused or something like that for recording the customer without consent or something like that. I'm going to find it and we're going to talk about it on Friday night at 10 p.m. All right. But it's something we all should be very wary of because different states, different laws, different people. Not everybody likes to be on camera. Not everybody some people feel like you invaded their privacy and all of that stuff. But in the end, we still got to protect ourselves and our livelihood in some kind of way. So we're going to continue that conversation later on Friday night, okay? Charlie Baltimore says, you handled it perfectly. But Charlie, I almost lost it for a second. Like, what's this person's name? Hold up. Frank 2.0 says, the old UDM would have went back. I was typing, y'all. What? It's almost like, what you said? Oh, what? But then I was like, UDM, come back. Erase that. Come on, I'm not the only one. I know y'all had these moments as well. You know, like, what? Who? I ain't going back to get nothing. Whatever. But I had to come back, nah, erase that. Erase it now. So, I mean, a lot of people, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of drivers that can't come out of that moment of, what you said? I'ma handle you right now. You disrespecting me. Go back and get my food. Now, from the customer's end, I want to say, when you pay for a service, that's the service you expect. You expect it to be delivered. If you choose meet at the door, if you choose leave it at the door, that's a service that, you expect. So from the customer's perspective, I understand their frustration, but you got to meet me halfway here. I said I delivered it to the address in the app. All you got to do now is contact Grubhub and let them know, hey, this happened and blah, 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 blah. Don't blame me for delivering it to the wrong address. I delivered it to the address in the app. So who deserves the brat? Family, who deserves the brat of the day? A lot of you saying you would do what I did. But I'm saying, does Grubhub deserve the brat of the day? Or the customer deserves the brat of the day? Maybe there was some kind of address issue, right? You know how some customers say, but I put it in the notes. But then you don't see the notes. Maybe they didn't put it in the notes and they thought they put it in the notes. Or maybe Grubhub, the system got some kind of glitch. I know a lot of you have received this type of, not this treatment through the text messages and all that, but probably some of you experienced something worse. But who deserves the brat? You still got the tip. Ka-ching! Mrs. Dawn 305 says the customer deserves the brat of the day. Michael Dyson says, I have had a few orders canceled after delivery myself with Grubhub. Even after talking to Grubhub and letting them know the issue may be the wrong address was given, they still cancel it. And I think they cancel it to pretty much make the customer feel all right. Frank 2.0 says, UDM's way of paying it forward, take $5 orders. Okay, Frank 2.0 just got jokes this morning, because I do take $5 orders, but on Uber Eats, I don't take it on Grubhub. Dennis Graham says, scammers. All right. Jim Brown says, customer is the brat. Happened to me several times. Okay. Dana Bailey says, don't get me started on system glitches. Oh, boy. Diner is the brat. Okay. Because sometimes we just don't know. And for those that's just rolling in, let me show you what the diner said. All right. You dropped off the food at the wrong address. They called me about 3 times. It went straight to voicemail. All right. That's why they responded with hello. Then I said, I delivered the food to the address in the app. Please contact Grubhub for any further assistance. Sorry. No. You took it to the wrong address. Go back and get my food. Maybe they were hangry. Don't know. But I didn't go back. I almost, responded. I just said, nah, let me not. All right, so Brian HD says, I got my first ever violation for being 10 minutes late. I have 2,000 delivery drive dasher. Okay. Star says, I still think the customer wanted to order from a restaurant. Grubhub considered too far away to deliver to their actual address. The customer is the brat. Lynn Lucas, good morning. The GPS is only going to take you to the address in the app, regardless of the customer's notes. So what are you supposed to do? Drive to the wrong address and then independently drive to the right one? On Grubhub again. Here's a funny one. On Grubhub again, I had another order. I might as well share it since we're talking about wrong addresses, right? I had another order. I went to the delivery address. I'm knocking on the door. The person looks through the window. Who are you? I'm like, I'm here to deliver the Grubhub. And then they were like, you got the wrong house. I was like, is this not your address? Blah, 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 blah. They was like, yes, that's my address, but you got the wrong house because I ain't ordered no food. I'm like, okay, this is nighttime, by the way. I call the customer. The customer's in Indiana. Let that marinate a little bit. The customer's in Indiana. I don't know what to say there. But the customer was in Indiana, and it was like, what? I did order, but what? I haven't even came to Florida. I said, what would you like me to do with this food? What would you like for me to do with this food? They were like, well, you can't mail it. We had a laughing moment, you know. It's not going to be hot by the time it get here, you know, so give it to somebody. But come on, I don't know. They were in Indiana. I never told y'all this story, but I was just like, this is crazy. So, you know, when these types of things happen on these platforms, it's a glitch. It seems like some of it is a glitch. But sometimes the customer, they hit current location and the GPS picks up the house next door instead of their house or their location. So, you know, customers, if you're watching, if you got to this far in the video, if you're watching, please do not use current location. Input your actual address. Now, if the app still gets it wrong, then we can blame the app. But current location is only going to kind of like choose a location within the surrounding areas. It doesn't always work the way that you want it to. So, send the food overnight. Alan, nah. Emmanuel Emenike. I think I said Emenike. All right. Mrs. Dawn 305 says UDM had a free dinner. Nah, I actually gave it up. I try to stop eating fast food. It was a McDonald's order. Jim Brown says, I dropped food off at a house and the lady came out saying she didn't order anything. I confirmed the address with her, told her the name on the order, and she said, oh, that's my daughter. These customers be tripping sometimes. Oh, that's my daughter. I swear, these customers be tripping sometimes, man. You know, and even if it's a bad rating situation, we got to find the funny in it. It's like, in the moment, you're like, but wait, this is the address. And what's the name? What's the name? Oh, that's my daughter. Anyway, gonna read a couple more comments here, and then we're gonna start wrapping it up, okay, family? LJ 2014 says, the good thing about Grubhub is once you pick up order and hit leaving now, if orders cancel, if order cancel, you will still get full payment. Yep. Once you hit leaving, you pick up that order you got order, and then you hit leaving, you got your money already. All right. Lynn Lucas says, had that happen, Jim Brown. Dana Bailey says, does anything work when you want it to? Sometimes. Sometimes. But that sometimes is maybe about, 30% of the time. Other times it's just luck. Mr. JB says, same happened to me. Charlie Baltimore says, communication is everything. Alan says, yeah, my daughter is overseas in China. Well, with that said, family, I hope you found some kind of humor in me telling my Brat of the Day story. Again, we're going to be discussing a few things on Friday night podcast. All right. This one especially. If you don't have this in your market, family, look out for it. Okay. Because if they're rolling it out in one market, it's going to be a domino effect. They're going to be rolling it out into another market. And Harold, that shared this with me, he had a lot to say about it in an email. And we're going to make sure that conversation goes on Friday night. So if you want to be a part of that conversation, or if you're experiencing this in your market, you definitely should be a part of this conversation to let us know what your experience is like. Uber delivering with clearer expectations. No more tip estimates. Just the real thing. And to kind of give you a heads up on what direction this conversation is going to go, Harold isn't too happy. But I got to save it for Friday. All right? Now, I had a lot of stuff. I didn't even want to share that. I wanted to save it until Friday. But I had a lot of stuff, and I'm like, yo, okay, well, I might as well just give them a heads up about this because I really didn't want to give y'all a teaser. But I really wanted to turn that into a Brat of the Day. But it was like, oh, man, this is good information. I got to put it out there. So let's just talk about it on Friday. All right? So with that said, family, if you haven't done so already, hit subscribe, click the bell, and join the family. And y'all know what time it is. We got to go out here and make the money that we need to make for our families. For whatever the reason, we got to pay off debt and all that. So you got to go get it. Oh, yeah. What time it is? It's time to what? Go get your money. Go get it right now.